Hey guys, it's Penny and I'm back again today as promised in yesterday's video. I have several thoughts that are clinking and clanking around in my head, and I really wanted to come and share them with you and get your feedback. And I have asked the Raw Food Police to stay away because I want this time to be really transparent and open and honest, and I want it to be a place where we can really just be real. And I think that's needed. I feel like that's needed right now. At least that's my vibe on what I'm picking up. So, you know, those of you who have been around me for years know I've been making videos probably 5 years, and more frequently about 4 years ago when we very first started Raw Food Rehab, when I got the Raw Food Cleanse book deal, and then we started with the original Raw Food Rehab guinea pigs, and then we opened up Raw Food Rehab, made it a public site back in October of 2009. And I was making videos every single day, almost. I mean, Monday through Friday, most every day. And I did that for a couple of years, pretty faithfully. We'd make those videos. And I loved it. I did it because I loved it. And we were doing the 11-week total health and wellness initiatives every single quarter. So, you know, you can do the math. If it's 11 weeks, you've only got like a week or two in between those quarterly challenges that we were doing. And I was busting a move, cranking out ebooks and taking beautiful photographs of food galore, and making the videos and just rallying the troops and trying to keep everybody plugged in and interested, and I loved it all. And I burnt myself out, as you know, because we just did it and did it and did it and did it. And we were growing as we were doing it. And as I got towards the end of doing the 11-week initiatives, I knew I was starting to kind of fizzle out with my energy level. And so I started bringing some amazing people on board. People like Dara Dubonnet. We did the Raw Results 11-week initiative, which I loved. And then the final one at the end of last year, Raw Balance, where we had a whole entourage. We had Paul Reese and Russell James and the Hayhurst brothers from Average Joe on the Raw. We even had the Raw Bras before they went back to chugging gallons of milk every day. We had, you know, just some amazing people, Michelle Kay, and I mean, anyway, there just was a whole group of people that it was awesome. And we had close to 900 people involved in that initiative. But to orchestrate that was a lot. And so, you know, I made the announcement that, okay, I'm going to take the first quarter of 2012 this year, and I'm going to chill. I'm going to reflect. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to review where we've been and where we are and where we're going. And that sounded really good to me. And that was my plan until my great friend Paul Reese had, you know, just the beautiful idea that we needed to do Cleanse America. And he wanted me to help him do it, of course, because I was just a little bit more understanding of the whole process of doing something like this. So I basically got right back on the hamster wheel and started producing his ebooks and helping him with content creation and videos. And we traveled, which was amazing. We really had the best time ever. He and Daniel and I would travel, and we interviewed some of the most amazing people and had planned to continue doing that. And I wasn't resting at all. I was just staying as busy as ever. And then, as fate would have it, we got the news from my father's doctors that his chronic leukemia had switched gears and gone into acute leukemia, and that he only had a couple of months left to live. And that was my wake-up call, and that is what really, it slowed me way down. And it caused me to truly step back and not work on ebooks and not work on website creation and not travel, but to stay right here, plugged into my dad for as long as I needed to. And that's what I needed to do, and it's what I wanted to do. And so in that process, I've been able to regroup some. So it's been interesting, you know, as my dad was dying, I was healing in some ways, you know, and able to look at things from more of like a bird's eye view And, you know, still staying somewhat plugged in at Raw Food Rehab, still welcoming all the new members, making an occasional, very occasional video, still adding some content, still adding content on our Facebook page, but that's so easy. I can almost do that in my sleep. It wasn't like creating a whole new thing, but as I stepped back and as I looked at the bigger picture, I started realizing here we are at Raw Food Rehab. We've got coming up on almost 17,000 members. I mean, I couldn't have dreamed in a million years that it would have grown to the place that it is today. But of that 17 or close to 17,000 members, we really don't have that many people that are all that active. And I'll take responsibility for the biggest part of that because I'm not doing the initiatives anymore. I don't have programs. I'm not doing the fabulous giveaways. I mean, we gave away thousands of dollars worth of, I mean, I was generating the money and I was turning it around and giving a lot of it, most of it, away in prizes. And so we're not doing a lot of that we used to do. So I can certainly understand why we're not as active on the website. But one other thing that happened is, as a lot of you may already have known, you know, my dad did not want to eat raw food towards the end of his life. He just didn't want salad. He didn't want anything crunchy. He wanted comfort food. He wanted it soft and tasteful, very tasty, and old school. He would have liked for me to have moved Paula Dean into the house to cook for him, I think. So that was a big shift for me because, you know, I hadn't really cooked much in a long time. And I had to do that. I was cooking 3 meals a day for about 4 months. And I got pretty good at cooking again. And one of the things that really came into my knowledge is that I'm not the only one, you know. I'm not the only one in this situation here. And there's a lot of people who have the knowledge and understand about raw food and know that it is the ultimate diet. It's the healthiest way to eat. I mean, it's the way that God made the food. And our bodies are made to digest it well, and we process it well, and our digestive system's efficient, and we put the food in, and the food comes out, and it's ideal. But it's not always realistic for everybody, right? So it's not. To do it full time. And I get it. And so there's no judgment for me, anybody out there that's eating cooked food. No, you're not going to get it from me because I understand for sure how it works. And I also understand that I feel better and I look better and my clothes fit me better when I'm not eating a lot of cooked food, right? So my blood pressure's up right now. My weight is up right now. I've still eaten a lot of raw food, but, you know, here we are. So that's my story. And so in this process, during the days that my dad started sleeping more and more as it got closer to the end, I came up with the idea that I wanted to just test the waters. And I created a Facebook page and I bought the website called, I haven't done anything with the website yet, but it's called Upgrade Your Plate. So you can go to Facebook and check out Upgrade Your Plate. And what I've been doing is I just scour the internet in my off time and find the most amazing blogs. And I know there's a lot that I probably haven't even found yet, but they're bloggers who are typically vegan or gluten-free, or they're some sort of higher consciousness of preparing raw and cooked food. So it's upgrading your diet. You're going from the standard American diet or the drive-through or just the standard way that people cook out of the Better Homes and Gardens red and white checkered cookbook that my dad loved for me to try to find recipes in. It's an upgrade from that. So it's if you're going to be cooking your food or you're going to be eating some cooked food or you're cooking food for your family, how can we make that better and how can we make it more healthy? And how can we marry the raw food world with a little bit of healthy cooked food? And I know so many of you are already doing that, but I want to hear from you. I want to know what is going on in your life. Do you stay away from Raw Food Rehab because you're on the walk of shame and you're like, I just ate, you know, whatever it is, and I don't want them to know that I've fallen off of the wagon? you know, let's just not even have that conversation. But let's find out where we are, where are you? Are you eating cooked food? Are you still eating a lot of raw food? Are you struggling with it? How's your health right now? How can I help you? What can I do as we go into 2013? I want to know what you need. And I want to be able to learn that so that I can know how to create programs and things on our website that will be supportive to you. You know, I mean, I've definitely limited myself by having a website called Raw Food Rehab. I mean, everybody just assumes that I'm the raw food queen and, you know, and I am, and I do believe in it. I believe in it 100%. But I don't eat 100% raw food all the time, especially in the winter I don't. And, but I want, when I do eat cooked food and when I make it for my husband and my family, I want it to be the very most ultimate preparation and the best ingredients I can find. And I don't want to cook it to death. I want to just very lightly, you know, just make it to where everybody can enjoy it. So I know that was a lot, but I want to hear from you and I want to know what's important to you. And I wrote some things down because I really don't want to forget. Just, you know, are there places where you're stuck? Or where are you spending time on the internet? Are you on Facebook more? Like, our Facebook page is crazy. We've got like close to 40,000 people plugged in on Facebook. I think it's just easy. You just come in, you see everybody's update, you're out of there. You know, you're not really making a commitment. You're not blogging. You're not, you know, having to get involved in a whole lot of stuff. It's really user-friendly. But is that where you are? Are you on Facebook? I mean, I've thought about maybe we should have a group on Facebook. That's what we did through the last Cleanse America, and a lot of people really liked that. So I guess what I want from you is for you to just tell me where you are, what your needs are, what you'd like to see happening at Raw Food Rehab as we get ready to go into a new year. Because I think that's really what I want to know more than anything else. And if you're not feeling comfortable leaving that in a public comment, you can email me. It's Penny, P-E-N-N-I-A, Shelton @yahoo.com. And again, I'm not your raw food police, and I am not going to judge you no matter what. And I mean, some of you are probably watching me going, oh my God, she's eating some cooked food. And it's like, that's not a news flash. I've been doing that off and on for years. I'm 100% raw sometimes, and sometimes I'm not. And right now I'm not. But I do eat a very highly conscious, primarily plant-based diet. Every now and then I've had a little bite of cheese here and there, and it makes me sick, but that's what I've done. So guys, I love you, and I want to hear from you. And I really appreciate you watching this video all the way to the end, because I did a lot of rattling and a lot of talking, but I hope that maybe it's been helpful for you, and maybe you'll have some ideas for me. So I look forward to coming back again really soon with another video. I'll be looking for you. Bye.